Always he pulls his ass out of the sea. The mysterious Captain Fuck. Right, it's time to find out what that lens we picked up does, I guess. Probably.
Gabriel has finally defeated Frankenstein's abomination.
Big fleloscope.
This hellish place is enough to thwart any man's resolve, and yet Gabriel seems completely willing to continue to the bitter end. I hardly recognize my old friend now. A steely resolve has taken hold, and compassion is now gone from his heart.
The compassion he's never demonstrated once on screen.
He just rages at the world and those creatures that dare to confront him. This next challenge will tax his mind further, and I fear it may...
Yeah, had to get one in, didn't you? He's one step closer to the edge, and I fear he is about to break. Would that he had a little room to breathe. Chris! No. Sorry, I thought I remembered the name of the guy I thought was voicing Zobek. I may have loudly exclaimed it before. But it doesn't matter. I don't even remember if I've already figured out who it was. We'll get to the credits and we'll realize. I'm sure many of you already know. You've got a green bauble over the bauble. There's a purple. Well, I know what you want, don't I? I know what you want and I know how you intend to get it. But I don't know how I'm supposed to act on that. Oh. There's this first. Oh, so we just put that there at some point. Okay then. Very well. This is what our iron lions do when faced with light. Hello. Oh. Curiumst. I want your thing first. Lovely. Oh. Well, it's pretty simple. But they felt the need. And now I'm gonna feel the need in a second. Go home and drown and die. Can these vampires drown? I know in the Legacy of Cain they're susceptible to water. Typically it's supposed to just be running water that vampires can't cross. But to make compromises with the chef, we can do all sorts of other things as well. Hey, I can't carry any more daggers. Bobby Blub. And I'm jumped up to the side. Up and down and to the left, insects all appear. It's pretty great, and we don't know why. Oh, I fear. Right, burn all these away. Right, now you're in for it. Now you're in for it, because I stopped all your friends. Yeah. Hickory dickory. No, shit. How do I actually get up there, though? Settle a bet. How do I... Oh, there's just stairs. There's just stairs if you care to look for them. That feels like a trick. That feels like that's going to slam down behind me. Let's see what's over here first. An identical empty area. Cool. Honestly, I'm glad. I didn't need the... Oh, yeah. We got the green, but we paid for it with big knife fight times. Haha, I've got you for 3 minutes. Don't you see? Oh, Peter Parker. Oh. Do you remember that bit? Do you remember the funny Spider-Man scene where he's like, oh, Peter Parker, I'm in here for 3 minutes precisely. Oh. It's my favourite one of the films in the scene in the film. Don't you see? And then he says, I missed the bit where I have a problem. And that happens twice. And the second time he's like, oh, irony though. It's, you know, funny justice, but no, it wasn't funny justice, it was dead uncle. This has been my plot synopsis of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man the First. I hope you like it, because it's the only one you're getting. Fuck you. Right, who've we got in here and why? More phantoms. More swords. More of all of the stuff. He really... Oh no, you fucking don't. Get back down here, you airborne shit. He was having none of that. Oof. That's too light on the old salt to really measure up. None of it. Oh, there's nothing kosher in the basket. Look elsewhere. This basket won't help. It doesn't contain the solution to your problem. Knife, knife, knife. Knife, 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 though. Right, what if knife, knife, knife? I've been reading this book, right, and it dares to ask the question, what if knife, knife, knife? Well, if I'm dodging it, then have me be dodge. Alright? Stop being shit. Well, now you see, here he is. Gorgo Twunce. And was this something I could have used last time, or did it only refill? Because I did a dead. Either way, I shall take full advantage. I mean, with the orb angel, there's no excuse. That's always active. I should have refilled. I should have. And I will fix that now. Come on, come off, come back away. All right, there's no going to Salisbury Cathedral when you're drunk. It's hidden from you. Nobody who's drunk can find the cathedral. We have engineered it thus. Hurrah, hurrah! We all agreed it was the most effective solution. Although many argued that it was not technically possible. But we found an appropriate hex. You see. And so that's fine. Don't worry about it. We've got a hex guy. And he's gonna put a spell on you as well. Alright. He's also there doing it. Alright, okay. Yeah, this is faintly funny to think about. If you know, you know. Where's... yeah. He's always been... oh... How do I, there's a man. How do I the man? Oh, you want me to do the same thing, essentially. Ooh, 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 I did it. I did it, and I've obtained just a little guy. You've given me a little key. It's not the whitest white key I've ever seen. It's mostly bronze. In fact, it's entirely bronze as far as I can see. That's maybe it's my fault. I'm looking with my eyes, not with my heart. For truly, you're capable of anything when you're capable of toast. Right. How do I get you? I want to get the person. Why is he suddenly not caring much to help? Like he's not slowing down because I didn't. What changed that time? Nothing. There's some up. There's some up magic. How does one get... I must know. I must have the solution. That's a knife. How do I want to flop down and sort of clamber. But you're not letting me. So I will assume that that's not right. There's nothing here to convince me. Maybe I've got to go in a different room? What's outside this? There's this that might adjoin. I don't know that it wouldn't. Oh. Careful, those specific light patterns might move the silly men. That's how they trick you. Right, well, all I have yet to do is this. Tasty yellow. Tasty yellow game. Heal me. Very much needed that. Very much need this. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Now through the yellow door we go. Through the yellow door. Ha ha hee hee hoo. It's not nice, it's not nice, it's not nice, it's good. Okay, nice and good are two different things. I've decided, and you can't contradict me, because I have got a big book. Alright, I look very smart, no one will believe you. No one believes in you. I'm the professor of science at the Science University. Yes, the University Museum. I have professional clout. Who is this man? I mean, apart from being the professor of science at the Science University Museum. We know his title, but who the fuck is this guy and how did they let him exist? And another horrifying thing, I could believe it. Whoa! There was a lecturer and professor at the university I went to who claimed to have a machine that could divide by zero. Now, quite apart from the fact I don't believe he ever clarified what the point of this was. Because if you think in real terms, you can't divide something into no groups. Like, this seems to just be like someone bending mathematical semantics in order to look impressive. But no. It's not even that, because basically what the machine did was... What he did was he just made up a term for it to be, and then the machine just says it's that. And apparently it wasn't even his own original work, like, he just slightly changed some of the things in, like, someone else's. So yeah, good butchers. He's strayed too far from the good butchers, and now he's become one of the bad ones, like they had in the castle earlier. Well, no, I want peace. I want sausages. I want calm. I want ducks. The 4 alchemical elements. And then I'm gonna pick up a lens from you, and you're gonna, yeah. We know the drill. And you're a phantom. You're a swords master of ghosts, we know. We know! We know the swords master of ghosts, and we think fucks about him. Alright? Just all the time in our minds. Fuck. Alright? Like some sort of brain fuck engine. You know the ones. And then... I keep dodging when it's not. And then when it is, I don't. And that is bad. If you weren't aware. Shit off. Shit off with everything you can do. It's not needed. It's not needed here. This is a branch of Argos. Put your sword away. Is killing the man? Yeah, killing the man make the door go. Why do I get the feeling there's something up the side of one of these? I just faintly get that impression. And that's fine. Impressions are all well and good, as long as they are tasteful and accurate. But if they're not, I'll eat your bones. There's no benefit to awakening you, so the blue lens on its own is going to be a bad idea. Are you turquoise or white? Well, I have to do both because I got something from them. So let's go. Let's go doing it about this. Alright. Activate the blue lens. Okay. The white door opens. And I am very pretty. Ha 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 ha. Surely you can cleanse the cream crackers. Okay, that's probably it. But there's also a man here. Scroll. Scroll for me. According to local tales, the castle was rumoured to be haunted long before the vampire. We know because of the science. Our family's Bernhard. They made demon. Ah. Oh, they. Oh. You've done the premise of a roguelike, you little scamp, even though it's not one. It's not one, silly prick. Interesting premise, though. Usually it just like the shape of the place just changes for some reason. It itself is not considered to be a living entity, usually, as far as I know. I never got to the end of Dead Cells. I don't know how that resolved. But the mistress of chunky garbage, right? All the things that take up more space, right? Can't be compressed any more than it has been. So you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to smile. You're gonna have to smile at Roger Rabbit. Tell him your phone number and he'll get back to you with a quote about your windows. That's right, I'll do 'em cheap. I'll do 'em cheap, I'll do 'em well. I've got the white key. Here's what it's for. Here's what it's for, here's what it does. What could I possibly need from you? Just a shadow magic. Shadowy magicians. There's no boinging up you. Remarkably little boing available. Well, how do we get the man? How do we get to the man? There was a man, right? And I want to know how we get to him. And because you've not told me. You've not told me. And I want to know, which hence my question. How do we get to the man? Was the solution in that room then? We'll have another peek in a bit. Once it becomes efficient to look at me, ha. There's gotta be ways about doing it, hasn't there? That's just the ordinary. Like we've been up Clamberers Avenue, haven't we? It's not news. It's just how we got up to the ordinary place. The ordinary place, you know, it's between the good and the bad places. It's sort of just like purgatory, really. It's just normal. This is just a normal place. Maybe the normal place is Earth. We don't know. We don't know and we don't cough, because coughing doesn't help us find out. I'll tell you what might. If you give me a fright, and we're all defeated by trout. Right. We deactivate the red lens to move you out of the way of Bodrick Bonst, champion adventurer who we like. Because he's got something I might like to have. Instead of you, I successfully somersaulted. That's actually really useful if I can figure out how to replicate that. Alright, okay. It's pretty much what you would have assumed the buttons were, to be honest. So that's all well and good and dandy fine. Oh, I'm afraid of dandelions. And you would be too if you'd seen what they do. After dark, in the park, to local badgers. If you can fuck with a badger, you're a force to be feared. And daffodils fuck with plenty. Ha ha, plentiful fucks for Daffodil Lane. That's what that whole campaign was about, don't you know? Don't you understand if I rip you to pieces with my own hand? Okay. What have you got, my buncy little friend? Light magic. Good! Now I want the green door open again so that I can do some investigating. Don't you realise? Am I invincible enough? I'm already at full health. Let's just fill this one up and not really bother with it. Because I don't think there's any more enemies in here, because I've cleared the room already. Right. Ooby-doo. I want to be like you. If you are over where the man is dead. Okay. I'm an Australopithecus. Can't even put the bloody this IGN, you've broken one level into multiple pages. I can think of some very cynical reasons why you would do that, and no real good ones. So the guide was under the impression that you couldn't do the green stuff at all without the double jump, which we've seen is not true, which makes me somewhat dubious about the rest of this. But hoodoo. Fairly painless. Along one of these walls. There's no corpses along here. There's nothing along the inner wall. It's cracking on like there should be a life gem. That's not its advice for that one, is it? Because like it doesn't even tell you. It just says be on this side, and there's a life gem corpse on the left wall. On the side of the area along one of the walls, a dead body which has a life gem. Before walking your way back over the gap. How? It's not that simple. Okay. I see the guy who is dead. They've not addressed it yet. They're getting the white key. Or they're not. They're just sort of running up and down near the puzzle. Are you fucking kidding? Right, we're leaving. We're leaving, goodbye. We're doing the thing we should have done 7 years ago. We don't need green, and we don't need this. Shut up. I'm just doing it to unlock the mysteries of life. Go away. Contain purple now. That's all we need to do. I hate. I'm filled with loathing. Alright.
It's not fair.
More beyond
I
this.
never lose.
Lose at what? The microscope light prisms.
You're a cheat. And you're going to pay.
What did I cheat at? Big man, there they are finally. Ruby dooby doo. Oh, they've got needle pokers, pokey poke. Look at that. Those are fantastic. I'm glad you have them. Don't knife me. Don't knife me really much. Oh, but you'll knife me a little, won't you? You'll say, ha ha ha. You didn't say stop knifing you completely. Although I did initially, to be honest. You managed to get me to... You tricked me into, like, haggling myself down, really. With your insistence that the bidding war will go ho ho ho. The worst noise to make in an auction. You thought you could convince me that it would never work, but now... You keep prodding me and going... I'm not like it, really. I'm not fond. And then you're boing and you're boing and you're boing. Oh ho! Stop. Stop being... Rip you. Ah, it's the same principle as the funny suits of army. It's just applied it to a new context.
How dare you break my toy!
I like that. Tell me how to beat them really at all. Okay, so the knives weren't worth it. Holy water maybe a little bit. Daughter, you brought the puppets. Temporary life. Alright. I shall render you useless now, the rest of you. No, don't use your squibbly arm. I know you think it's clever to squibble. Right, to squibble at mortal man. But you've made the goop. The goop has made a return. Unexpectedly goopy puddles. Go. Well, you're just running around in a big circle, really, at all. It's intriguing. It entices me to ask questions. And they're all very good questions, I think. And so I'll want you to put effort into the answering. While I scoop up all of your prizes that I've managed to get. Fuff! You did. You made me fuff that time. But in future, you might not be able to, so don't take it for granted that that will always be the answer. Okay. Go. Fiddle-diddle-dee. There we go. Been trying to do that for 7 years. Alright. Here's now progress with one more time we go. Into them, into him, rip out the man, and then we sing. Dig. Right. Now one on his own is basically dead already. There we are. Take all your stitching apart, you don't scare me. You shan't get me with all of your funny needles. Stitch nothing ever again. Yes. You were silly sending big cloth boys in. Well, burlap.
I told you.
Why didn't you do that
I
first?
was going to win.
Gabriel, I feel like you had all the time in the world to prepare for that, or like stop her in any way.
Do you hear? Nobody.
Unlimited power.
Don't resist. Embrace sweet death.
I think I might kill you instead, actually. Or just disappear. Oh, hello. It's my wife, sort of illuminating background objects that we're not really meant to be able to see.
Not your time. Not now. Too much.
Whatever you do, don't animate my mouth.
I have nothing left.
I stabbed that one woman. That was pretty questionable.
I have failed.
I see that your shoulders are becoming more and more transparent the more I rotate. I do. You're looking at ghosts.
I envy you. I envy you both.
I can see the ghost that you're hallucinating for some reason.
I don't want to play anymore.
Oh, that's a handy way out of having to kill a kid on screen, isn't it? Thank heavens for that. Right. Is there anything I can get the somersault attack now that I know how to somersault? We have run long. Once I've cut out the whole bungaria about the one dead man who you apparently can just reach over and grab. That might fix the problem, but it might not. So, bye. Go out. That's the end. End it. Now. Leave. See ya. Thanks.